What's going on, YouTube? This is Dave's Daily Trades, where I post daily AMC technical analysis, price predictions, and of course, bring you the latest and greatest information. If you would be so kind enough to hit that like button and subscribe, that would be absolutely wonderful. All right, enough of that. Let's hop into today's video. So, of course, like always, we're going to start off with a quick technical analysis of the 1 minute candles. So, of course, we did have a green open of somewhere around 4%. And we touched our high within the first 5 or 10 minutes of trading today, which was right around $63. From $63, we really just went straight down to a low of today of $53.43, but then continued to trade sideways for the rest of the day. So I love this area, and specifically this area right here. As you can look down here at the MACD, this is relatively flat. And of course, for the rest of the day too, there really wasn't much going on. The biggest thing was that sell-off in the morning, but that was totally fine because, guys, we're still in this consolidation range, and you'll see this better once I zoom out. Of course, yes, I did have a little bit higher hopes for today, especially when we did see consolidation above this $60 range for a majority of the day Friday. But of course, we did need to go down, retest some lows, which was totally fine. And guys, when we do have pretty severe red days, I mean, today wasn't too bad, but I know a lot of people get down. But guys, this is a chance for A, to average down if you bought at over $60, B, for new AMC shareholders to jump in to actually help our movement, and C, guys, we're still up over 400% since January when we were at like $5 or $6. So guys, this is totally fine. You guys have to be patient because good things are going to come. It's just going to take its course, and it's going to take time. But anyways, like I did say, MACD looking relatively good on the 1 minute. And RSI, of course, did look a little oversold. And that's really just because of this selling pressure in the morning, which, of course, we're going to dig into why that actually was. Looking at the 30-minute chart here, you'll see a little bit better picture of this consolidation region that we've been having right here. So I do have a few support and resistance lines. I do have a pretty good support line just about at $50. I would say this is more of a psychological area just because, of course, it hasn't been held that often, but we did trade pretty flat and we had some consolidation over here. And of course, we did consolidate right around $53. We did touch down to like just about 50-50 over here, which is totally fine. But guys, you know, if the selling pressure continues tomorrow, I personally don't believe that we're even going to hit $47. I think we might hit this support right here, right around 50.28, and kind of bounce around until we decide to break out of this channel. From the 30-minute chart over here, really for swing trades, what I typically look for is the MACD crossovers, which of course looking like we're about to have, which is a very good sign. This might push us up, yeah, to 63.26. But of course, like I said, I think we're going to bounce around in this area for a little bit of time. And of course, you know, the new rules and regulations that have been passed, of course, are going to help our movement and to stop some of this manipulation behind the scenes. But guys, it's, you know, this is a battle. A battle is not won in one singular day. This is something that we've been fighting for since January. So, of course, it's going to take time, guys. Of course it is. So, looking here at the 1 hour chart, things look pretty good. Like I said, this wedge-shaped pattern here, we've been trading in now for, oh my gosh, just about 2 weeks. Actually, going on 3 weeks come Wednesday. But, guys, this looks really good. We do have 1, 2 touch points on this lower support here. And then on the resistance level, we have 1, 2, and then you can count 3 for today. So typically what I've personally have found is AMC likes to trade in this consolidation area for some time. It'll touch that higher point right here. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna change the color here. We're gonna make this red. So we'll touch this red bar over here 4 times before breaking out. So I believe, yes, we might have a little bit of downside price action to go. But when that does happen, that's a great time to either A, go all in on AMC, B, load up on some call options, or C, just sit, hold, and watch the ride up. And of course, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but I'm just letting you guys know what I'm personally looking for. I am personally waiting for AMC to trade somewhere around this $50 range, even call it $48. And I think what we'll see is a big kind of hammerhead candle where it'll have a big line down, and of course the bulk of it is more towards the top. That's more of the bullish reversal that is going to happen, and that's a great time to jump into some call options. And of course, I'm curious if you guys want to see what I look for in certain call options, what calls I'm actually going into for AMC. Definitely leave a comment in the section below, and I'll definitely read through that and actually maybe even post a video tomorrow about that. All right, so last but not least, we'll take a look at the day just to show you guys things are still looking phenomenal for AMC. Even though, yeah, we did have a red day today of just about 6%, it does not change anything in my opinion. MACD, yes, it does look like we are about to have that massive crossover, which is totally fine. Don't be afraid of that. Of course, these indicators are only telling us what we see in the candlesticks. It's not showing anything that's going on behind the scenes, any of the short interest percentage, the utilization, anything like that. And also looking down at RSI, guys, we're finally out of this overbought territory. So that's going to attract more people to come into this, whether it's day traders, swing traders, you name it. That is totally fine. All right. So a few things I did want to cover with you folks today too. Reverse repos, guys. 765.141, and this is of course in billions of dollars, guys. So of course, I believe it was the 17th. That's when we hit the previous high, which was around 750. And this just absolutely keeps on going up. And of course, counterparties too, 68. This is still extremely, extremely high. And I did post a video yesterday that goes into all of this data, what it means, why it's important. So definitely check that out. I don't want to be too repetitive on this channel. And of course, the short interest data today for AMC. So of course, short interest change was up 4.55%. Cost to borrow minimum up 1.5 and the maximum up almost 5%, which is a pretty good amount. Of course, estimated current short interest is 72.9 million, which is 14.2% of the free float. So of course, guys, yeah, this is what Ortex is reading. But as we know, this data is not so trustworthy, and it's not because Ortex is fibbing their numbers. I mean, they could be, but I really highly doubt that. They are simply provided this data from other institutions, and then they report on it. That's how they make money, and that's what their platform's about. So this short interest percentage, take it with a grain of salt, because I personally believe short interest is somewhere around 30-40%, and it's because a lot of those synthetic shares that are not actually accounted for, and then shares that are actually marked as a long position actually are marked as a short position. So definitely don't worry about that too much. And then something else that I've been really covering as well with AMC is just going over some of the indicators. So right now I have the SPY up, which is on this top right quadrant here. And of course, Bitcoin over here as well, just to see how the overall market is comparing to AMC, because I think this is important. So yesterday I did say that the S&P fell out of this range that we've been holding for literally since the first market crash in just about March. So we've held this very, very strong and almost picture perfect. But of course, oh, why are my notifications coming up? Sometimes I hate my MacBook. But of course, guys, we did fall out of that range, which is a little scary. But today we saw this push where we almost came back into this range. But really what I'm always looking for is one consecutive day where we close inside that range. That did not happen. Yeah, we're barely there. But guys, I think this was a retest before we do drop down. And of course, there was a little bit of a gap here from, what was this, 617 to 618, so Thursday to Friday. So yeah, we want to recover that gap, see if we're going to continue the run up and then go from there. But one thing you'll notice is, guys, look at the S&P 500 here. We had it was 1.43%, AMC down 6.02%. So of course, what this is looking like is overall market goes green, AMC goes red. And of course, we'll take a look before here too, where big, not big, but a pretty decent 10% gain on AMC. That was on 617. 617 here. Really kind of just traded flat for the day, but definitely had a lot of downward momentum because we did have a lower high than the day previously. So that's something to keep in mind too. And then, of course, Bitcoin. I've really been keeping an eye on this because we've just had some massive action here, guys. So we went from 65,000, or a high of, call it 65,000, close enough. And now, as of today, we were at 31,472. And of course, this is still live right now, so that number can change. But really, Bitcoin and all cryptocurrencies altogether have been trading the same exact way. Of course, the charts look a little bit different, but in retrospect, it's really quite similar. Where Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Ethereum, those are the three I track the most, are really trading sideways right now in this consolidated region, and it's just looking for the next way to go. But of course, guys, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost a week of straight selling. Yeah, we had one green candle in there, but that didn't do much. So that's definitely worrisome for sure. And I've been reading a lot online, mostly in Facebook groups, also on Reddit, of a lot of people dumping their cryptocurrency for AMC. While I personally do not have any money in Bitcoin, personally I do invest in Ethereum. That's my favorite cryptocurrency right now. I don't know exactly what's going to happen with Bitcoin, but I really do think that this right here is a head and shoulders pattern. Of course, guys, do a quick search on Yahoo Finance or Investopedia. It'll give you a detailed description of what a head and shoulders is, but this is a very bearish sentiment where price usually has this literally a head or shoulder, head, shoulder. And after that second shoulder, downward momentum continues. So we'll definitely see how this plays out, but really just trying to compare the overall market to AMC to see if this can paint a better picture in our head of what may come next. All right, guys, that's really all I have for today's video. If I did provide any useful information, definitely hit that like button, and of course, subscribe for more content. I will be coming daily, posting daily AMC updates for, until AMC absolutely explodes. All right, take it easy, guys, and tune in for the next one.